Hi, I'm Rich with insideHPC. We're here at SC15 in Austin, Texas at the IBM booth, and I'm here with Rick Janowski. How you doing today, sir?
I'm good, Rich. How are you doing?
Oh, great. It's been a super show. But I wanted to ask you about Apache Spark. And what is IBM doing with Apache Spark?
Oh, well, IBM's made a major commitment to Apache Spark. We're seeing that there's a huge amount of interest out there in the Apache community and in industry, and we're very much supporting that. And back at the Spark Summit in San Francisco earlier this year, we made a number of major announcements. Amongst those, there's a donation of a machine learning platform to the open source community. We've set up a Spark Technology Center in San Francisco to provide Apache Spark distributions and contribute to that overall community. We also have within IBM plans to put 3,500 developers and researchers to work on Spark projects. And perhaps most excitingly even with our partners, we're talking about training 1 million data scientists and engineers on Spark over the coming months and years.
Okay, I was going to say, are there 1 million data scientists out there? Well, we're working, there's a lot of university programs, right?
If there aren't now, then we plan to make it so, yes.
Oh, great. Well, terrific. You know, because with Apache Spark, I got to tell you, as a journalist covering this space, the hits go through the roof whenever we talk about Apache Spark. Are you seeing that kind of interest out there as well?
Absolutely. I mean, first of all, in quantitative terms, I was just looking today on the Apache website. I'm seeing that over the past 12 months, there's been almost 10,000 commits of code into the Apache Spark code base, compared with slightly fewer than 3,000 for Hadoop MapReduce, which of course is the transition that we're seeing from MapReduce to Spark, which is where a lot of this excitement is about. In terms of another qualitative data point, also did a search on Google Statistics, 4 times more searches for Apache Spark than Apache Hadoop at this time. And then anecdotally, I mean, obviously, platform computing has many customers that we have great relationships with. We've been talking to them about their technology plans, their technology roadmaps, and we are seeing a lot of Spark activity. Early days yet, it's on the rise, but we are seeing a huge amount of research and testing of Spark systems as the next technology platform for big data analytics.
So I wanted to ask you about where this is going, because of there has to be a really rapid set of deliveries coming out with all these people working on the code. It must be hard to keep up with that.
Well, IBM is working, as I said, there's 3,500 people working on it, so I can't represent all of them by any means, but certainly within platform computing, we have a 20-plus year track record of managing distributed applications and big data applications. We're doing a technology preview of a product that's coming out by the end of 2015, which will address some of the concerns that we think we see with our customers moving Spark from the experimental to the production environment. Those concerns include, obviously, you've got a whole new tool set to learn, new skills, new workflows, just the whole notion of how do you integrate Spark into an existing environment. Also, what we're seeing, as I say, we've got all these experimental nodes, so you're getting these scattered silos of Spark clusters, and that's not the most optimal way of running an organization's distributed computing power. And with the activity that I'm describing in terms of the Apache open source community, we're seeing new versions of Spark coming out every several weeks rather than months. So that becomes a version control nightmare in the context of an enterprise. So what we're previewing here today is a capability to have an overarching software, resource scheduler and workflow manager that takes all of these disparate sources and unifies them into a single view, making hundreds or thousands of computers look like one, and allow you to run multiple instances of Spark. We have a very strong Spark multi-tenancy capability, so you can run multiple instances of Spark simultaneously, and you can run different versions of Spark, so you don't obligate your organization to upgrade in lockstep. One organization wants a newer version, and another part of the organization wants an older version. That's okay. We support that. Underlying that, we also incorporate spectrum scale FPO that has the GPFS technology within it. That's a very viable alternative to open source HDFS, has a smaller footprint, does not have a single point of failure as HDFS does, and is POSIX compliant, which HDFS is not. Incorporated in that product also is, out of the Spark Technology Center that I mentioned, a whole Apache Spark distribution developed by IBM.
You know, we're at the supercomputing conference, of course. Are the HPC guys glomming on to Spark as well? Are we starting to see that?
Yes, we are starting to see that. A lot, like anywhere, it's early days, but I've had conversations here with academics, with industrialists, and I'm actually quite encouraged by the sophistication and the level of interest in solutions that will help them move from the experimental stage to the production stage. And so the kind of solution I'm describing here today, a single end-to-end enterprise-grade solution for deploying Spark with IBM services and support, that's getting a huge amount of resonance at the show this week.